What's up, y'all? CLG here with a quick video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and support the platform so you know we keep this content coming. So for this, you need to make that move, right? I'm gonna just go straight to it. You need to make that move. You've been sitting around, waiting, pondering, contemplating, trying to figure out what you should do next. And you already know what you're supposed to do, okay? So get to it, right? You have exactly what you need to take the next step forward. Stop delaying the process. Stop waiting until situations are perfect or is perfect. You are in control of your life. You have the power and the authority to create the life that you want. You are sovereign, whether you know it or not. And you need to be able to exercise that sovereignty when it comes to the little, even the little things, right? So oftentimes you may be thinking on a grander scale, okay, well, this is impossible. How can, you see the car that you want, you see the house that you want, you desire a certain relationship or to have certain relationships, and you're like, well, how is this possible? How can I get this, And the fact that you want it, the fact that you desire it, is already revelation that you can have it. Okay, this desire that you have is not something that just came out of thin air. For whatever reasons, these good desires, I believe them to be good when it comes to you wanting a quality life, when it comes to you wanting, quality relationships and experiences that will be elevation in comparison to where you've come from or where you're trying to go. In terms of seeing other people as well and being able to compare and contrast. I know you can't always know exactly what people are dealing with, especially in the digital age. You can orchestrate a lifestyle digitally that does not reflect your real life. Okay, so I am aware of that, but it's not even about that. It's about you. It's about you using the power and the authority that you have to create the life that you want. And it's about doing exercising the difficult decisions, right? Difficult decisions such as disconnecting with people whom you are realizing are not part of the journey. Maybe they was at one point, but now they're not. Okay, it's about you realizing certain habits. For example, you want to acquire a body that's like divine. Okay, you got to understand that eating bad, eating garbage, eating trash, not. And even if you're not working out as much, right, use common sense. If you're not working out as much, then don't eat as much. Okay, I know personally I have seasons where I'm like, I have the energy and I have the fervor and I have all that I need to work out, and I'm going good, and then I get to the point where I don't feel like going. And yeah, sometimes I just don't feel like going and I don't go. But in those times I don't feel like going, those are the times that I need to watch what I eat. You know what I'm saying? You got to sacrifice something. So that's just an example of decisions that you need to make, you know what I mean? That will help you, that will support your desires to achieve what it is that you want. So don't take these good desires lightly. Like, these things come, I believe, from the Spirit of God, who is wanting you to overcome people, places, and things that no longer serve you or that you're not deserving of. I know that we've been programmed to believe that you have to accept life the way that it is, and the path that has been laid out for you by others you have to follow, and that's not the truth. You can create the life that you want. In truth, you can create a path that has not ever been established before. And maybe that's why you feel like you're in limbo. Maybe that's why you feel like you're stuck, because you are looking everywhere except within yourself to uncover your true divine path. So that's the word of encouragement on today. If this inspired you and encouraged you, definitely support and stay connected. I just did a live. You may want to check that out as well. Go to the live section of the platform so you can access that, and it just basically talks about purpose and knowing that God has a plan for you. And if you want to fulfill God's plans for your life, there are certain things that you got to do. One of them is surrendering, right? Surrendering to God's will. Oftentimes it doesn't come fleshed out. Oftentimes there isn't a ready-made blueprint. Most times it's faith. It's believing that you have heard the voice of God however you heard him. It's oftentimes instincts. It's oftentimes intuition. It's oftentimes a desire. As I was saying before, God gives us desires, and it is to help us and to propel us into manifesting, whatever it is those desires are, right? It can be a family, it can be marriage, it can be a home, it can be, moving to a new location, a new state, a new country. It can be you transforming your body. It can be you not wanting to eat as much candy or drink or do the things that you used to do. It's little things, it's how you groom yourself. It's maybe how you dress, your hair, how you do your hair, all these things, people take for granted. But it's truly, when in the message, in the live, I said, when you've tasted and seen that the Lord is good, you realize that it's a caliber, and it's a state, and it's a level, and it's a standard. That's the word. It's a standard of living that God lives. You know what I'm saying? And we have been disconnected from the Spirit for so long that we've become just just low level. I'm gonna put it like that, low level. And so when we experience a higher level or a standard of living that is not familiar, it can be strange. It can be uncomfortable, right? It can be, that feeling, that icky feeling. That feeling is like, ugh. But it's growth, right? It's growth. It's transformation. It's leveling up. Is that transition, right? From living a life of being comfortable to now understanding that, what is worth having is worth sacrificing for and worth working for, and whatever that may take. We don't always know who has our best interest, and this is another difficult path or part of the journey, is severing ties with people, places, and things that God, whom you're trusting to lead you in the way that you should go, is revealing to you that these individuals are going to be basically a Goliath. Goliath is symbolic of just a form of oppression or a form of, or an obstacle or a barrier that is essentially preventing you from becoming your best self. So when you've chosen to make God your lead, he's going to expose these things. And oftentimes, because of cultural and societal programming, you may feel indebted to people who are really not your friends, to people who really don't deserve, your time and your space and your efforts and what it is that you're doing. So essentially, what I'm saying is that when you get those revelations, when you get those insights, when you get those unctions, that you receive them because they're priceless. There are people who have to go through 3 life cycles to get these revelations, and you have the blessed opportunity to receive it now. So take that for what it is, honor it. It's the favor of God over your life. It's God's desire to see you blessed and to see you prosperous and to see you thriving. Many of us didn't come from much, so there's going to be a process in the journey where you're rising from the ground up. Honor it. Don't despise small beginnings, because it's a testament. It's a testament of the goodness of God and his unwavering love and faith towards his chosen people. So with that being said, check out the description box to see how you can support. I am Corbin L. Gilliams from CLG Lifestyle. Talk to you all later. Love y'all.